Assalamu alaikum everyone, Sam here. Today I wanted to do a video to talk about a problem that we have, like I usually do, for being honest. So first of all, most people notice the treatment of Muslims in the United States especially. We have a large amount of discrimination and prejudice towards us based on, they will hear that we're Muslim, make assumptions. If you are a person of color, they make more assumptions. If your name is not English sounding, more assumptions. And then of course we have, my daughter just threw a necklace down the stairs. We have different levels of modesty in our attire, how we dress. So of course we're judged for that as well, and it sucks. But that being said, when something happens, when a Muslim does something, because we are profiled and judged so heavily, when a Muslim does something, the rest of us are persecuted for it. And it's frustrating and it hurts, if I'm being honest. And then I just saw today that, which I knew the story, I remember the story, there was a man from Dearborn who was arrested and accused of going to Syria to be like a ISIS member or something. He was joining or whatever, supporting them, what have you. So basically they're saying that he went over there to join ISIS and he shot a machine gun and he did some training with them, whatever, but it's treason because, ISIS against pretty much everybody. So they, the Syrian people or what have you, they arrested him, and so now he's going to be tried for fleeing the U.S. to join a terrorist organization, basically. And here's my thing. First of all, okay, if he did it, yes, he is a treason, or he is a terrorist. He is, an enemy of the state, what have you, whatever you want to call it. But as a Muslim, like as a human being, I can dislike him for his choices and the violence that is being promoted by an organization that he is joining. Oh my God, boogers. That was a terrible booger situation. But anyways, as as a person, I judge him heavily. I don't support his actions if he did, because we don't know for sure. Okay, there's still a trial and all that good stuff. But if he joined ISIS, if he left our country to join a terrorist organization, I don't support that at all. I need everybody to understand. I'm very clear about this. I do not support him. But as a Muslim, I do not wish bad things on him. I wish justice to be served, and I wish things to take place fairly in going forward. But I can't wish violence on another person. That's just not something that we should do. And then we also need to talk about the fact that we're judged so heavily for not condemning people when they do bad things. When there is a Christian shooter or like a white female person who killed all her kids, we're not stereotyping all white women, you know what I'm saying? So when a Muslim does something and every other Muslim in the world is now scared that they're going to be targeted because they're Muslim, it's frustrating, you know what I mean? And I'm trying really hard to keep focused because my daughter is so cute. But why are we the only ones that have to never stop apologizing for other people? I am only responsible for myself and my children, not even my husband. I'm not he's gonna do what he wants. He's a grown man, you know what I'm saying? So I don't even take responsibility for his actions. My children, on the other hand, it's my job to make sure that they're doing what's right, and if they're not, it's my, you know what I'm saying, that's my problem. But anybody else, just because they're Muslim or just because they're American or just because they're German and Irish, what have you, I don't take responsibility for their actions. I stand for myself, and that's it. And yes, I'm a Muslim, but I'm not perfect, so I don't even stand, I don't want to be a representation of Islam, because I'm so imperfect that I don't want you to think that I'm representing Islam. So this mass obsession with media, expecting Muslims to come out and condemn all these things and wish terrible things on people because they've done something. Can we just hold people accountable for their actions, and then fairly, humanely treat it, how it should be treated? you know, whether or not someone needs to be, you know, go to jail or what have you. I don't know. I'm chasing my kids and I just saw this article and I'm irritated about it. Why is it always a problem for us? I don't know this man. I literally don't even remember what his name was, but now I'm worried that people are going to ask me my opinion and why I haven't publicly condemned him yet. So that's pretty much all I have to say on this topic. We just, stereotypes are annoying. Discrimination is annoying. Islamophobia is annoying. You know, racism is annoying. All of this is very annoying. So that's pretty much all I was getting to. That was my point, and that's all I've got. And I still can't find my headphones, so I hope you guys can hear me. But yeah, that's all I got, you guys. And as always, I love you and I appreciate you for watching. And Imani said that if you have not subscribed yet, you better. Tell him you better. That's right. Yeah. So I love you guys and we'll talk soon. Bye.